It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
Let's go. Let's do this. Ready? You ready? Mike 54. Who that?
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. All day.
To throw is Breeze. Being chased out left. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, over. Watch the ship. Hey, check 20.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. Ginn has it complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
5. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's get it together.
On first down, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, kill. Smooth. Check. Quick. 54.
To throw, it's Breeze. Caught here by Griffin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, You got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come up the ball.
Here's the first carry for Dwayne Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Check 15. Check 15.
Breeze now on first down. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
5-9. Right there. 21. Check the outs, check the out. Hey, Charlie. Mike 54. Hey, watch the sled.
Now Breeze on third down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little thread.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. $12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. 5-9. Mike 5-4. Hey, defense, let's go.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back.
Here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
0-2.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, Well, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Breeze now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Breeze's throw on target to Cook. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll come out in the pistol.
54 Mike. Here we go. 36. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. You kill. Under crunch. Jam.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch twist. Watch. Funny.
The final shot before break. Wilson looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Wilson completes it to Dixon. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
This is Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That was
game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze going to throw. Looking for Gannon. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Mike, Madden.
After the interception, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, guys.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mike, ready. Yellow waiting. Guys, game situation. Let's go. You're good. Ready.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first, here's Washington. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Right there. 5'9". Right there. 54 Mike. I got one.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check. Watch 54. They're not ready for this, man. 5-1. For this, they still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Ginn's got it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Ready.
Breeze now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Saints.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tie it left. 4 down. 13. Yo. Kill. Switch. Kill.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Ready? You ready? 54 Mike. All day, dog. Mike 54. Mike 54. 12.
They run with Murray. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Wilson going to throw again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 26.
And it's 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right. He's done right here.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run it with Carson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.